Hey, hey everyone. Hello, hello. Hey, Kathy. Hi. It's you and me. It's just you and me doing our beauty on a budget. I love it. Awesome. How are you? There's Suzanne. Hi, Suzanne. Oh, I like your haircut. You look beautiful. Hi, Jamie. Hi, Anikka. Hi, everybody. All right. Well, it is 7 o'clock, and I love that we can get started on time and give you some amazing information. I was looking at all of our beauty on a budgets, and it's just amazing. All the beautiful, just education that we are getting as we are learning, and we are getting to just experience more of this amazing product line that we absolutely love. It's out of New York City. For those of you who don't know about LimeLife by Alcone, it is the best hidden secret on the planet. They were, decades and decades, this company has been selling this amazing pro makeup. But then 5 years ago, they wanted to get this in the hands of everyday women. They wanted their professional and celebrity makeup artists to have a way to continue to make income, even when there were, like now is a perfect example during COVID, because I was talking with an amazing makeup artist that is with LimeLife last night. And she's like, I normally get paid like $750 a day, but all of the jobs are gone. And I was like, that's incredible. But she is an amazing makeup artist. But what I do love is it makes everyday women feel so good. Like, Anikka is a perfect example of that. Like, she is young. She has learned by watching all the makeup artists, and she has become an expert. And I believe pretty much that's how most makeup artists become experts, from just experience, from using the products, sharing the products, loving the products. You don't have to have a degree to do this. I don't have a college degree. Most of us don't. But I've been in the industry for 30 years. So I definitely have a degree in this industry. And it is all about finding something you love and you believe in, and you love sharing it with women. This is such a unique opportunity, such a beautiful company, and we love bringing these to you every single week so that you can get more confidence, so that you can experience beauty on a budget. And what we love is, these prices are so incredibly good that our clients can come in and afford to buy the products. Everything's money back guaranteed. It's been an incredible 3 years. Most of us are about to celebrate our 3-year anniversary on August 1st. And it just went so fast because it's been so enjoyable being a part of this company that is all about serving. It is all about empowering women in so many different ways. So without further ado, we have the beautiful Anikka here. And thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me get you big on the spotlight here. Let me find you. There you are, thankfully. I'm going to spotlight you. And thank you so much I know you've done several of these for us, Anikka, and I'm so grateful because I love watching you. I always learn every time I watch you. I'm gonna make sure everybody's muted out real quick. I think everybody is, so we're good. And if you don't mind, just tell us a little bit about your brief history and how you got involved in LimeLife, because I love your story. I love hearing stories. We're just a company made up of stories of women who accidentally found this product. None of us were looking for it. I'd never heard of LimeLife. It wasn't available to the public, so you wouldn't have. And let me see. Oh, I did the wrong thing. Hold on. I accidentally did you, and then I canceled you. So we're going to spotlight you again. Can you see yourself big now?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, awesome. So good to see you.
Yes. Likewise.
Thank you.
So my name is Anikka. I'm 28. I have 3 little ones and a husband who works full time, and we've just been stuck. He's working here from home too, which it's a blessing, and also it's overwhelming at the same time. Sure. But so with LimeLife, how we came across it. So one of my aunts, she's like, hey, I know you are really good at makeup. You like makeup. Can I take you with me somewhere? I want to try this makeup, and I really want your opinion because I trust your opinion. And I'm like, okay. So she takes me to this house, and there's, all this makeup laid out, and I'm like, oh, I like makeup. So I start playing with it, and Vicky was who whose house we went to, and she starts talking about LimeLife, and I'm like, like direct sales, you know, I don't know why, like that's just a stigma that's out there, right? You just like, ugh. And so then she's like, well, our foundation's RCMA, and I'm like, it's what? Like right there, my mind was blown. Like I immediately, once you tell me that the makeup is, you know, a professional brand, then I'm like, okay, this isn't just any direct sales. Like this is like, this isn't even, I don't even put this in the same category as any other direct sales company. It's, the makeup wasn't made for direct sales. It's been around before. So I'm like, okay, let's keep talking. So after that, I joined. Like, needless to say, that's what happened. So that's how I came across LimeLife, and it's actually my 1-year anniversary this month. So it's been the best year ever. I love everything about LimeLife. I haven't worn anything on my face other than LimeLife. I just love it so much. And since I was also on a clean journey, like I was starting to, you know, get cleaner products in my home, like as far as cleaning products, you know, shampoos, all that. So now that I can have my makeup and it's professional grade and it's clean, like, you know, not toxic or anything like that, that's like a win-win. There's no losing at this point. So with that said, we're going to get started. I want to talk about these two collections. These two collections are must-haves, especially if you're just starting out. This is like the epitome of beauty on a budget. So these two collections, it's the teen collection and the take two collection. So I'm going to do my entire face with just these two collections. So we're going to do like contour, blush, everything. So I'm going to get started. I already primed and prepped my face. And I always start with my brows. So I do that. I know it's a little different than some people, but the reason I start with my brows is because I start with my brows first, and then I can clean them up, and you'll see why. And then after that, I do my eyes. So if there's ever any fallout, I don't know if you guys are doing your eyeshadow sometimes and some falls down on your face and you've already done your foundation and you're like, you don't have to worry about that if you do your eyes first. So
how did you prime your face? Are you talking about like the spray primer, or are you talking about your skincare? What did you do for your?
I actually did my skincare because I was, you know, out and about. So I had to wash my face again before I came on. I washed my face. I did my moisturizer. And then I used my sunscreen primer. This is amazing. This is a 3-in-1. It's a moisturizer, a primer, and a sunscreen. And it's also anti-aging. It's amazing. Like, this is the bomb. So I put this on my face. This is what I prime my face with every single day. And I've never, you know, used anything like this. So these are the things I'm going to show you what I picked. So what you're going to get in the teen collection, you're going to get a palette. This is the Perfect Complexion palette. So it's going to come with your foundation and 2 concealers. So some people are like, well, why do I need 2 concealers? Okay, there's many uses for them. So your foundation, obviously you'll get color matched by your beauty guide. And then we always want to have either like a highlight concealer, something to brighten around the eyes and the focal points of your face. And then the other one can be one that's close to your makeup shade to like double coverage. Or it could be green. I call it green. It's a tint of green. And this one's perfect for color correcting like redness around here. You notice I do have a little impurity there today. So we're going to go ahead and cover that with the green. Green cancels out red. So we also have like a peachy tone concealer to cancel out dark circles. There's so many options. You can also pick a darker shade to contour. So there's many options, many, you know, different varieties you can make. So then you're also going to get a choice of a powder. So I personally, it's going to be between a blush, a bronzer, or a translucent powder. And I personally would pick a translucent powder because our foundation is wax-based. You want to make sure that you set this foundation because then it'll look oily if you don't set it. So definitely recommend getting the translucent powder because you also get 2 eyeshadows, any eyeshadows of your choice, but I picked Taupe for the Best. This is a really pretty cool tone brown, and I actually use this for 3 different things on my face. I'll show you. And then I also picked Pretty Penny. This one is a gorgeous, like just rusty, bronzy gold, I don't know, orangey color. It's really pretty. So beautiful for any season. And then you get a gloss, and I picked Humble. So Humble is a really pretty brownish golden, and it has a little bit of shimmer in it when it dries. So you'll see that come in handy later. And then our take 2 is any mascara, so it's brown or black, and then any eyeliner. So it could be your black or brown pen with the fine tip, or it's going to be any of the pencils, which is brown, black, or nude. And it's a gel-based liner. So, and once that thing dries, it's not going to go anywhere. But I picked the pen for today. So let's get started with our brows. So I'm going to use my Taupe for the Best eyeshadow on my brows. And I'm going to go in with a brush like this. Usually they come double-ended like this with a little spoolie on the other end. But if not, then it's like this. It's a very thin, so that you can create like hairline strokes. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do outline the bottom first. And you just want to go against your natural, the natural line that's already there. And I like Taupe for the Best because everywhere that I'm going to use it, I'm accentuating a shadow, or I'm making a shadow. Just like your eyebrows, you kind of, this technique is perfect for people who already kind of have brows, but they still have sparse areas. So the cool tone brown is gonna just make an illusion that there's a shadow. It's gonna look more natural if you use a cooler tone brown. So that's why I chose Taupe for the Best. So here I just go in hairline strokes, just little lines like that. And then I'm going to go in with my other end, and I'm just going to kind of blend everything out, soften it up.
And it really is that easy. And
yes.
And that Taupe for the Best I put on everyone. It almost works for everyone. It's crazy.
Yes. Yeah, it does. Okay, so now I'm going to pick up my Perfect Complexion palette, and I'm going to use my highlighting concealer, and mine is actually number 0. So it's so white that it's washed out here. But this is concealer 0. And I'm going to pick it up with this very thin brush. It's also a thin brush. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean up my brows here. And what this does, it makes it look like you just got a wax. Like your brows are so sharp and they just look flawless, actually. So, and then it doubles as I'm going to bring it down, and it doubles as a, well, triples, because it's a concealer for my under eyes, and then it helps me carve out my brows, and it's also an eyeshadow primer.
Wow. And they're waterproof.
Yes, they dry. There's 24-hour wear. They're waterproof. I love this concealer as an eyeshadow primer because not all concealers are meant to be eyeshadow primers, because our eyelids tend to get, a little oily. So you have to be careful when picking a concealer, but this one's perfect because it dries like not matte, but it's a little tackier, so you don't have to worry about the creasing of your eyeshadow and all of that. So this is going to take care of that problem. So I'm using our foundation brush, and this number is number 4. I love it because it's the perfect shape to cover like the entire eyelid, and it makes it so much easier. Okay, so now that we have our primer on, our concealer, I'm going to go ahead and set the concealer with our translucent powder. And the reason I do this is because it makes it a lot smoother and all the same texture when you're going to put your eyeshadow on. So if you don't set it, some parts of the concealer might not be dry yet. So when you lay down your eyeshadow, you're going to get like splotches. So if you just set the whole eyelid, then you don't have to worry about that when you're putting your eyeshadow on. It's going to go on super smooth. It's going to be blended well. You're not going to have to worry about it skidding and skipping and all that. So now that I have the translucent powder on, I'm going to pick up Taupe for the Best again. And we're going to do a really simple, this is like, I call this a level 1 look. I always do all my eyeshadow looks like, is it level 1, 2, or 3? So level 1 is beginner. This is super easy.
Love it.
So all I'm going to do is put it in my crease, well, a little above, because I have a little bit of a hooded eye. I don't know if you can see that, but see how it kind of covers. So if I were to put my crease color in my actual crease, when I open my eye, it'll be gone. So what you want to do in that instance, you go a little above the crease to make your own crease, so that when you open your eye, there's still that definition there. So all your hard work doesn't go to waste. And I always tap off the excess because this eyeshadow is extremely pigmented. Like, you do not need a lot. So it's also going to last you so long.
That's what professional makeup is. It's
I've had this eyeshadow since I started, and it's
right.
Barely.
Seriously, you will never run out of it. For 3 years, I'm 3 years in. I've never run out of one eyeshadow yet. It's crazy.
That's insane. Okay, so now that I have my transition color, I'm gonna bring out this Pretty Penny. I love this color. Like I said, it's pretty for any season: summer, fall, winter, spring. It's a really it's literally looks like a penny. Like, it's so pretty. So I'm actually going to use my finger, and I'm going to pack it on the center right here, and then just kind of blend it out with my finger like that.
Amazing.
Yo, this is so easy. We could all do this. And here, and the reason I pack it on first like this is because I need to know how far up I'm going to go. And this, your fingertip is usually like the perfect amount, like the length to go up.
Smart.
So once I've already done that, then I can just pick up my fluffy brush again and kind of just make sure all the edges are soft here. And you don't need to add any extra. This is what we use Taupe for the Best with. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the eyelids. Now we're gonna pick up our black eyeliner pen, and we're gonna just tight line our eyelids. So what tight line means is you're just gonna do a very thin line close to your lash line. What this is gonna do is make your eyeline, your lashes look thicker because the base is darker. So, and if you have, like for my mom's eyes, she has her skin there is a lot thinner because she's older. So what I do with her eyes is I do little dashes like this, so that we don't get any little skipping, or sometimes it goes a little higher because the skin moves a lot. So if you just do little dashes like that, that's going to help you. That's a really good tip to use. So here.
And you're going all the way to the corner, right?
Yes, all the way to here. Yeah, so little dashes like that. And then all the way to this end here.
Versus one continuous line, which, like you said, it can be jagged.
Yes, jagged. It's way more, you'll probably mess up. There's a higher chance of you messing up that way.
Right.
So now we're going to just curl the lashes, and I actually do one coat of mascara before my foundation, and then one once I'm done. So I'm just going to curl them a bit. So what I do when I curl my lashes is I actually curl at the base of the hair, and then I'll do another curl in the middle of the hair, and then I'll do the last curl at the tip. So what that does is it creates a C-shaped curl. So it looks like you went to go get a perm, an eyelash perm, instead of it just bending at the base. That doesn't look natural. And yes, makeup's not natural, but you want to do your best to like kind of make it look natural, right?
Absolutely.
Yes, this actually is our LimeLife eyelash curler. I love this one so much. I never thought there'd be like a difference in a lot of things. Like the sponge, for instance, I was like, they're all the same, but they're not. They're not the same. They are. Our LimeLife sponge is incredible. Okay, So now that we're going to go into foundation. So what I do, since this is a wax-based foundation, it's super important to warm it up before you apply it. Why? Because it's 50% pigmented. So what happens a lot of the time is if you pick it up straight from the, the pan with the sponge, you're going to pick up too much, and it's easy to overuse this. So then you'll get the cakiness, and that's not like, foundation is so incredible that you don't need a lot. So a little goes a long way with this foundation. So what I do is I warm it up so it thins it out, and I use a lot less. It goes a lot longer. I've been in LimeLife 1 year, and this is my second foundation since I joined. So,
and they're $36. It's just
exactly.
so crazy. So crazy.
So usually what I do is I do my finger like this, and I rub it in the middle you can see I already hit the pan. So once that happens, I start with my tweezer. I get the end of the tweezer, and I just scoop out a bit. Literally, this is going to cover my entire face. So let me see. So what I do is I put it on the top of my hand, and I melt it. So you'll see it get a lot thinner. It starts getting, see how it's going to go on a lot better too. You'll notice a huge difference if you've been applying it, not melting it first. Oh, I didn't do something. Hold on. Let me cover my redness. And the reason I forgot is because I usually don't have redness, but lately with this mask stuff, I have been dealing with a whole different skin on my face. So I'm going to use my green, it's number 1, and I'm going to cover my little pimple there that decided to come out today. And then I have a bit of redness right here. So I'm just going to lay that. And you want to lay the color correcting concealer before your foundation under, so that it cancels out and it makes your canvas like one even color. And versus you putting it on top to cover, and because you're going to use way more product. So I always put it under the foundation. So there we go. Okay, so now I'll be able to lay the foundation on top. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, let's do the rest of our foundation. So now I'm just gonna go in with a brush because my sponge, I need to clean it. But I love that sponge. So I'm gonna go in with this brush here, and we're just gonna buff it out. And look at the coverage already. And you guys, there's still some on my hand. I did not use all of that.
What color is that?
This is Gina Beige.
Okay. That's our number 1 seller, believe it or not.
Really?
Yep. Sure is. You would think it was olive. It's very close to olive, but it's just got a little pink in it. And for those girls who have pink like you, they tend to want to cover it, and this has a little pink in it. So to me, it just makes all of those girls with that kind of rosy skin look so natural. Looks beautiful.
Yeah, I feel like Gina Beige is a shade because for me, my skin is it's not super pink, but it's not yellow. It's more of a neutral with a a tint of pink, and I could swing in a yellow, but Gina Beige is like that perfect middle for the girls like that they aren't super olive, but they aren't Shinto.
Right.
So,
and nobody makes a color like that. I think that's why
exactly. There's so
well.
many shades. It's so crazy. I've never had a foundation shade that literally I don't have to worry about blending on my neck because it fits exactly to my skin tone.
And the longer it's on, the more it kind of becomes skin. And so it almost changes to it just becomes skin, right? It just feels like skin, it becomes skin.
Because it is the wax like that wax base, it warms with your face. And when you use your setting spray, the one that we offer, it makes sure that it stays also at a room temperature. So when it's on your face, it's just, it's beautiful. Throughout the day, it gets better. I love it so much.
At the end of the day, my makeup used to be like so blotchy because
Yeah.
my skin would it would literally take in the liquid. I don't know if you were a liquid user,
Yes.
but it would take it in like it was trying to moisturize and hydrate my skin. This sits on the surface. So it's
Yeah.
just like it's like a veil.
Yes. It doesn't go into your pores. Since it like there's so many benefits to having a wax-based foundation. Like it doesn't go in your pores. It doesn't accentuate all the whole like little, dips and fine lines and all those things. So now I'm going to go in with concealer 0 and I'm going to lay it down, but I'm going to put it a little lower than my actual under eye because this is a trick I use whenever there's, well, for me and for instance, or anybody really, if you've noticed, you have little fine lines here. And if you don't, well, then you're lucky. But for me, I have fine lines. Mostly everybody has fine lines there. So what I do to ensure that they're not accentuated is you don't want to put so much product like directly on top of it. So since this is so pigmented, the concealer, what I do is I lay it lower and I blend it up. So that way it's a thinner layer around the fine lines instead of it being so heavy there. But before I do that, I always have my translucent powder or setting powder ready because I want to set the under eyes immediately after laying or, blending it out, because once you start moving around or looking around, you start getting the creasing there. So if you set it before it starts creasing, then it's going to look a lot better. You're not going to worry about the creasing. If you try that trick, guys, you will see a huge difference. So I'm going to have it ready here. You see it on my brush. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to thin it out and blend it up. And that's why when they say blend out your concealer, if you put so much there, where are you going to blend it out, right? So that's why a little bit and then blend it out. So now before I even have the chance to crease, I pack on that translucent powder there. And then I'm going to work on the other side.
And I like that you're patting, you're not rubbing, you're just pressing it in because you're, again,
Yes.
making that veil.
Yes.
It sits on top.
And now I'll just brush off the excess.
It really is like skincare for your face. So many of my clients say their skin is better than ever because they're using this foundation that doesn't go into the pores.
Yep. So now we're going to set the rest of our face with the translucent powder, and I'm just going to use a fluffy brush. And I'm just going to make sure everything is, and it doesn't give you like a matte, thirsty skin look. It's just like, it looks like you have a filter on, honestly. This powder there's no flashback. So when you take a picture and there's flash, you don't have to worry about looking like a ghost or 5 shades lighter because it doesn't have the ingredients that give you that flashback. Okay, so now we're gonna go to the fun stuff. So we're gonna contour, but we're gonna do that with our taupe for the best. Okay, so I'm going to just take it out of the little pan here, or the well, and I'm going to use number 16. I love this brush so much because it literally does not waste any of your product. Like whatever you pick up, be careful because it's gonna lay it all on your face. So I have a heavy hand, so I've had to learn how to use this because I'm used to like having to get a lot of product and then blending out, but everything it picks up, it's gonna put on your face. So I'm always very careful about it. So the reason I also like taupe for the best as a contour shade is because contouring and bronzing is 2 completely different things. It's kind of the same, you're working with the same area, but contouring is you're changing the shape of your face, you're creating shadows, and bronzing is just more of giving you a glow, warmth, looking like you are sun-kissed. So there's 2 different outcomes to those 2 jobs. So that's why with bronzing, you use more warm tones, more of like orangey reddish bronzers, even cool ones, but there's a difference between a contour shade and a bronzing shade. So this is perfect for contour because it's a cool toned brown. So it's going to give you a shadow. So usually people go in the hollow of their cheek here, but it's best to go a little above it just because this is going to bring your face up. It's going to make you look younger. And if you go lower, like if you go in that actual hollow, it's going to actually bring down your face. So it's not really going to do any good to you. So this is a trick I use to really lift the face. And I focus more on the outer end of my face versus in here. Because if you have pores, if you have problems with your pores and stuff, again, that whole idea that if you're packing on too much stuff on your pores, then it's going to accentuate it, right? So that's why I like to focus a lot more on the outer ends, and it also brings up your face while not accentuating the pores. So now I'm just going to pick up a little bit more, and I'm going to go around the edge here. So all depending on your face shape, it's going to dictate where you're going to lay this actual shade. I have a more of an oval face, so I'm able to put this little shade almost all around the perimeter of my face, just because I have a longer face. But like I said, I go a little higher. So also what it does is, since there's a shadow there already, it kind of makes it deeper. So it makes me look thinner.
We want that.
So then I'm going to just finish it across this way, and I go along a little under the jawline and bring it down. I'm going to blend it out. You never want to stop right there. And
so you can use that as eyeliner, as brow, and as your contour. That's
yep,
really awesome.
So I'm just going to pick up a little fan brush. If you don't have this, that's fine. You can use the same brush. But I have it. So let me use it. You can also use like a thinner eyeshadow brush. Really, anything that's a little thinner, you can pick that up. And I like to use it to go along the nose here. You want to make sure that you go straight down. Don't hug the side of your nose, because guess what? You're just going to accentuate your nose. You're not going to change the shape at all. So we want to go straight down. And then on the other side, I love Taupe for the Best. Taupe for the Best is like a must have. It has so many so many different uses. So now I'm going to go in with that brush that I set my under eyes with, and I'm just going to blend out those lines just so they're not so harsh. Okay, and now we're gonna do blush. So blush, let's see. My blush, I'm gonna pick up Pretty Penny again, and I'm just going to, again, this is very pigmented, so be careful. And I'm gonna focus on the outer edge here again. And I love this shade too, because it has like a shimmer. So it's beautiful. It also highlights a little bit for you. But I put that, and then what I'm going to do, you know, I always add a little bit around my nose too. I just like putting blush there because it like brings the look together. It just, I don't know. So now I'm going to just blend everything together with this brush that I used for the translucent powder. And it just blends everything and makes it look a lot softer. Okay, now we're going to do, did I ever do my mascara, guys? I'm chatting away and I'm not even.
Not yet. I think Taupe for the Best is number 26 or 28. I just got it today.
Taupe for the Best is actually, is it at 40?
Oh, is it?
Yes, 40.
Way off. Sorry about that.
And Pretty Penny, if you're wondering, Pretty Penny is 24.
Perfect.
So since I didn't do my mascara when I said I was, I'm going to do it now. Usually this would be my second coat. I love this mascara. It's so awesome. So it has tiny little fibers in it, and these fibers lock onto your hair and they make it look longer. They give you volume. And what I actually do is I start by applying the mascara to the tips of my lashes. to add the length. And then once I've done that, then I can go from the bottom to the top and like add the volume in between. These fibers are so tiny and it's a one step. It's just so easy to use. And you don't have to worry about them falling in your eyes. I've used some 2 steps and oh my gosh, it was a mess. And I actually put a drop of 1-drop wonder in here and to help me with my lash growth.
That's a good tip. It's got a kendi oil in it and
Yes.
many vitamins. Definitely thickens and lengthens, and it's something that conditions them, and they're not brittle. You know, I know you've used mascaras where your eyelashes feel like they're going to break off.
Oh yeah, not this.
This makes them soft and long. Oh yeah,
Look at that.
Oh wow, it's amazing.
So this is another little extra step I take. You don't have to do it, but I always like to, I don't know, I like eyeshadow. So I'm going to pick up my, what is this called again? Pretty Penny.
Pretty Penny.
And I'm going to pick up a tiny little brush and I'm going to just kind of make it a little smoky up under here. I don't know, it finishes the look.
Yeah, it brings it all together. That's beautiful. And you could wet that if you wanted it to, you know, be a little bit more color, but that looks great. Oh, yeah.
And then let me do the bottom lashes now.
Have you ever put that Pretty Penny on your lips before you put on the Humble?
I'm actually going to do that.
Oh, good. Yeah, I'm curious how it's going to look. Because it looks like it's born for Humble, you know, like that combination. Oh, yeah. Pretty.
So, that's why I chose Pretty Penny, because it's one of those colors that can play as a blush, an eyeshadow, and a lip color. So you have your Humble gloss and you could easily wear this just like this. And it's such a beautiful, like glowing, I don't know, I love Humble so much. This is a perfect color for everybody.
It really is. I do a lot of bridal gifts with that. All the bridesmaids.
So this is what it looks like by itself, but if you want, you could totally add Pretty Penny and give yourself, like my mom, she does not like no color on her lips. She thinks she looks dead. That's what she says. So she would definitely be packing some of this on her lips, and you can put it under, you can put it over, and it's going to give you this, oh, I love it so much.
That is gorgeous.
And one more thing that I'm going to use my gloss for is, since I told you, remember I told you it has a little shimmer to it. So once it dries, there's actually like a little shimmer in there. So what I do is I pick it up with my finger, just a tiny bit.
Oh, and you're going to highlight.
Yep.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's genius. Yes, it's Humble, guys. It is
the
Humble.
The shimmer that's in there, actually, there's like literally like glitter. It looks like a little, I don't know. But it's so fine that it doesn't look like tacky or anything. It's just so beautiful. So I use that as my highlight too.
Genius.
So that's it. I did my entire face with the Teen collection and the Take Two collection. My whole entire face.
That's crazy. Beautiful. Love it, love it, love it. So easy to travel with. And all of those compacts, show them how they are magnetic. How, because you said you popped in and out. They might not know what that is. How does that work?
So yeah, here, the eyeshadows, you can just pull it out. You can change it out. They're magnetic. So since this is metal, there's like magnet in there and it holds onto it. And it's good to go. Like all of the palettes are like that.
Genius.
So if it runs out, you don't have to get a whole, it's also eco-friendly too. So
so good, so good. Have a great day. All right, that was just flipping awesome. I've never gotten on here where I didn't learn something new. I'm gonna show just so they can see what the Teen collection looks like, because it's just so amazing, and I happen to have it right here. So let me spotlight me for just a second. Okay, so this is our Teen collection. So what's so beautiful about this is there is money that is saved. I think you save $12, and then they actually give $12 to Brighter Together, which helps women all over the world in these third world countries. It doesn't just hand them money, it actually gives them money so that they can figure out what they can do in their communities, that, you know, whether it's making jewelry or tortillas or whatever, they find things where they can actually go and contribute and make incredible money and be independent. And it's just, we've given away hundreds of thousands of dollars to women, and it's such a blessing. But look how beautiful this is. So it says Brighter Together. I'm going to open it up so you guys can see it. And this is our first set is our Simply Pretty. Guys, tell me how much this one is. I think it's $128. I might be wrong. It might be a little bit less than that if you'll pop that up there, whoever knows the price on this. But this is the 2 shadows, the 2 concealers. So this basically is the complexion palette. Whoopsie, there it went. So it has your foundation, and it has your 2 concealers, then it has your 2 eyeshadows, and then it has your gloss, which she used her Humble, and then the other thing is her powder, which is her White Magic powder. But you have your choice. You see, she completed her whole face. She also added the Take 2 collection, and that is insane because that mascara, I was paying $50 for one mascara before I found this company, and I was just, I'm very picky about mascara, and I didn't mind paying it, but nothing can compare to this collection, this eyeliner, this magical eyeliner, and this magical mascara that is like no other. And again, this is like a Sephora store for the makeup artists. So we now have access to what all the red carpet celebrity makeup artists had in their bags. This was it. Alcone has 10,000 different products and SKUs and colors, but it doesn't come where it's easy and friendly. Like they have their big palettes with all the colors in it. When Michelle decided, the owner of the company, that she wanted to put this in the hands of everyday women and give these makeup artists a way to obviously earn income when they're, you know, through with Fashion Week or, you know, whatever they were doing, she made this so incredibly affordable. And then she also made it very user friendly, and everything 100% money back guaranteed, everything. You know, we teach you how to use the product. So you're never left alone. You always have a beauty guide. You always have someone. Oh, wow. The Take 2 collection is only $38. So literally you're getting your eyeliner for $19 and the mascara for $19. So the prices, you can't beat it. Everything that you try, if you're not happy with anything, it goes straight back to the company. I actually did a new client this week, and we ordered her products, and they're already on the way. I had to order some things for my mom this week, and in 2 days, the products were there. Anytime you spend over $77, it's always free shipping. All I can tell you is if you've never experienced this product, I promise you, you will never, ever want to try anything else, because before, when we didn't have access, I always say I didn't know what I didn't know. I've been in this industry for 30 years and had no idea that there even was a professional brand. I didn't know what that was. A professional brand just means it's pure pigments. It doesn't have all the fillers and the bad stuff in it. Our whole line is paraben free. Like, this is the most thoughtful line you will ever use. Like, everything that you would be maybe concerned with, you know, with different things you've tried in the past, they have absolutely just nailed it with this line. So we would love to help you customize and try what you're interested in. We do samples. I don't think we had 10 guests on. I was kind of looking, but when we do have 10 guests on these, and next week, just know next Monday night, we're doing something different. We're doing beauty bingo. And if you have any interest, and there's going to be a lot of giveaways. It's going to be a ton of fun. We would love for everybody to join us, bring some friends. Going to be giving more information about that. But beauty bingo is something completely different, and it really helps you, it educates you about some really fun things about, you know, about just what it is that we have to offer. But we do amazing samples. We do little mini spa bags. We can just kind of customize whatever it is you want to try. I love that women love trying this and experiencing it, because it doesn't even exist out there. And you definitely have 2 ways to shop. If you love these products, you can actually buy a kit, and a kit, our kits used to be, they used to cost $179. We now have another kit option that's $99. So a lot of my clients who are walking billboards for me, they wanted to share it with family and friends. And so they got the $99 kit. And during this pandemic, which is why we started Beauty on a Budget, they're just bringing people into these lives. And these are all actually set up for us on YouTube. You can go to my YouTube channel and you can watch like 25. I know Anikka has done several of them. All of these are done by women who absolutely love these products, and you will learn something with every one of them that you watch. But we are just so excited you're here. Please keep coming back. The schedule is going to change a little bit in August, so just stay with your beauty guides, because they will tell you when the next we are having one on Sunday with another amazing artist. She is such a crazy amazing artist. You don't want to miss it. I think we're doing it at noon instead of 3. She couldn't do it at 3. So yeah, we're just excited, and we hope that you want to try something so that you can experience what we were never able to experience before. Get with your beauty guide. She would love to connect with you. She would love to share with you and answer any questions. I mean, we really do guide women, and you're never left alone. And when everything comes in, if we can't get face to face, we do a video chat. I do a lot of video chats, and I still have people coming over. We have a beauty bar in Memphis here coming up this weekend on Saturday from 2 to 5. Get with your beauty guide. See if you can experience the products and try everything. We are keeping everything safe and sanitary. We clean everything with everything that's needed. We take temperatures on the way in. So just know that if you want to get together with your beauty guide, she would love to help you right now and just give you something fun, a new look for summertime, right? Like sometimes it's just a new lip color. Hey guys, what did y'all learn? I'm curious what you guys learned. What was your favorite tip tonight from the amazing Anikka? She was so amazing. But sometimes just a simple new lip color just can completely change your look. And how cool that our shadow can be used as a bronzer, as a blush, as a lip color. She used it on her eyes, to kind of give her that smoky eye look. That is what women love about this, because we are helping women save so much money and so much time, being more efficient with your products. This really is what I call our starter set. This is the best way to upgrade your makeup bag, minus that. That's got everything you need, like that she used, those 2 collections, and that way you get everything on sale. And again, money back guaranteed, free shipping and handling. You're gonna love everything. We who have been here for almost 3 years in the next week, we are just blown away that we have access to this pro makeup, and it's only been available to the public for 5 years. It is still a store in New York City. You can still walk in, but you can't shop unless you're a makeup artist or you own a spa. And it's just a real privilege to me that we get to use this product line every single day and have incredible confidence. It gives confidence to women, and that is what women are looking for in their makeup, is to feel more beautiful, because we all know when you feel more beautiful on the outside, it shows up everywhere in your life. So thank you everyone who comes, consistently shows up for these Beauty on a Budget, or you watch the playback. We are so loving getting to share with you this pro makeup, and just know that we're here to answer questions, to support you. Thank you. We appreciate you guys so much. And if you have any questions for us, please get with your beauty guide and let her help you. If somebody introduced you to this, just go back to that person, because she is going to be your girl, and you are going to absolutely love what she is going to do for you. Guaranteed. Everything 100% money back guaranteed. Thank you again, everybody, for joining us. We appreciate everybody who's going to love Anikka. That was incredible. I learned so many amazing things. I can't wait to try some of those good tips and tricks and to watch this again. I always go back and watch again, because the second time I always learn something different that I did not see. So you guys have a great week. Happy Thursday, everybody. And we'll be back Sunday for our next Beauty on a Budget. And then Monday night, we're doing a special edition of Beauty Bingo. So we'll be giving more information to everybody so that we can have more people come to that, because that's totally different. We're not doing makeup. We're playing some games for prizes. So you want to be a part of that. You guys have an amazing night. Thanks again, Anikka. I appreciate you. Appreciate you guys so much. Thanks again. Bye, everybody.